Lady Laeticia, Prince Gerard has arrived.
Please, come in.
Beg pardon. My father calls for you in the throne room.
Very well. Let us go, Chloe.
Yes, my lady.
Allow me to show you the way.
Forgive me, Princess, for the early hour. The wedding has been fixed. It shall be in 7 days' time at Baldar Basilica.
7 days?
An emissary to Osirius has already received their approval. These are trying times. To bring our nations together and foster lasting peace, we must conduct this joyous ceremony post-haste. As such, Princess Laeticia, I must ask for your assistance with the preparations.
What might these preparations entail?
You are a princess bride bound to be wed. You require a magnificent dress to celebrate. A matter of such import cannot be left unattended to.
Is 7 days truly enough time to make such a dress?
That I shall see to. Spare yourself of any concern for the matter. You have my word it shall be a dress fit for this symbolic moment of peace for both our nations.
Pray forgive my indiscretion.
Our tailors will set to work on the morrow. This eve we shall host a feast to celebrate your arrival. The Empire's lords and ladies are quite excited to make the acquaintance of their future crown princess. That is all.
A dress in 7 days? No way that's possible.
Is that the reason you are upset?
My lady, your dress for tonight's banquet has arrived. There is one for your servant as well.
What? I get one too?
We should dress the part if we are to mingle with Imperial High Society. Chloe, if you would.
Awesome! Yes, my lady. Oh, I'm so tired from yesterday.
I am not much for banquets myself. You did well, Chloe.
Princess Laeticia, may I?
Prince Gerard, is aught to miss?
I am here about your wedding dress. Our royal tailor will be taking charge. My father has requested that I escort you there for preparations.
I see. So, you are to take me to the castle dressmaker?
Worry not, my lady. I shall see you there safely. What's more, I believe some fresh air might do the both of us some good.
Yes, you speak true. I should be happy to join you.
At your leisure, then. I shall be ready when you are.
We'd best follow along and do as we're told.
Right, yes. We would not want to make a mess for the prince.
Shall we, then?
I look forward to this.
You too may well be Osirian, but rest assured, no harm will befall you within these walls.
For that, you have our thanks, Prince Gerard.
Very well. Shall we?
Our town feels absent its people.
Is that so? I would not know.
The invasions of Osirius and Nilbeth have left little funding to use here at home. The royal coffers never overflowed to start, but the wars have left their mark on our civilians. This wedding of ours, too, is but a political plot. Better to have us wed than pour more wealth into the war effort, so it would seem.
Your Highness, surely we cannot speak so candidly.
My words leave no impact on the greater population. Surely, you too are not here out of any true desire to be wed to me.
I cannot fathom why...
According to Neon, you and your kingdom are planning something, and have agreed to this only in an effort to buy yourselves time. You can blame him for our ceremony's fast approach. The tailor is just up ahead. Not far now.
As you say.
Here we are.
Your Highness, I would have gladly ventured to the castle myself had you summoned me.
My father would not have it. The best work is done right here, he says.
You are truly too kind. Gracious me, here she is. Welcome to my humble shop, Crown Princess Laeticia.
Hello.
You have heard the details, yes? We will need a dress fit from the one supplied within 5 days' time.
That is quite the tall order, but I live to serve. I shall spend the next 5 days gathering together every skilled tailor in this fair city. Now then, right this way, Lady Laeticia. Let us take your measurements. Your engagement brings about much joy, my lady. Just between you and me, the Empire's situation went from bad to worse ever since Colonel Vey'l appeared.
Oh, Vey'l. The, man with the horn?
Ever since those blasted Virians arrived, our nation has turned its eyes outward, rife with lust for conquest, for naught but falsehoods.
I see.
My mother's untimely death to Helgar's disease was tragic indeed, but so too was its fate. Many among us would blame Osirius for not sending us their iatromancers as the sickness spread, and such has fostered a thirst for war. But might we not also blame ourselves for making light of semiomancers and failing to educate and facilitate our own?
I cannot...
Neon and his ilk have long fanned the flames of discontent, and now the Virians have worked it into a firestorm. My father was made a different man the night the stars fell, and he saw their celestial ship.
Celestial ship?
If such had never descended upon us, I am certain we would have met under better circumstance. I fear I must take my leave.
Prince Gerard, you would return alone?
Take your time and explore the town, if you are so inclined. But pray return by evening. We feast again this eve, and you shan't have a moment's freedom afterwards, until we are wed.
A wedding dress in 5 days? Absurd, don't you think?
A bit, yes.
Anyway, the Emperor and Master Gerard are truly grateful for you and have welcomed you with open arms. After all, this will be a renovation of the wedding dress Her Majesty Tatiana wore at her own coronation.
Huh?
The prince's mother who passed from Helgar's disease?
I am certain there are many circumstances surrounding this event for you, so please, do what you must. As for me, I will do all in my power to ensure Master Gerard's bride is the very vision of beauty. Until then, please let your heart be at ease.
Huh. Wow. From the looks of it, there really is no one around.
I suddenly get the feeling we must not betray Prince Gerard. I should like to hear more on his side of things. Let us take a brief walk and return to the castle.
I'm surprised he actually left us alone.
I believe he did as much out of kindness. Shall we spend a few moments walking the town?
Of course. I know it's hardly the time, but I'm kind of excited to see someplace new.
Greetings, Prince Gerard.
What brings you here? Surely you know a military training ground is a highly confidential location. Please refrain from entering until you are officially the Crown Princess. Or is it perhaps that you wish to quickly gauge our military readiness?
I beg your pardon, Prince Gerard. The palace is ever so vast. We lost our way and wandered here.
You lost your way. Not a very convincing excuse. Your chambers are up the Great Hall stairs and to the right. You must have passed that way many times.
In truth, I was searching for you, Prince Gerard, not fumbling about for my chambers.
Really? You were searching for me?
Yes, I wanted to thank you properly for introducing us to the capital's dressmaker. I thank you. You were so kind to Chloe and I, escorting us to the shop rather than the dressmaker calling upon the palace.
You are most mistaken. We discussed this at the shop. Father concluded that the work may be superior if measurements are taken in the store.
Is that so? However, it was unmistakably your decision to allow us to roam the city freely on our return. Consequently, we searched for you, thinking we must report our return to the palace.
How well-mannered you are to notify me personally. Unless you have different motivations.
I felt obligated to honor the sentiment of someone who placed their trust in me. You trusted in us not to abscond, and I have come here to repay the gesture.
I see. Very well then. Taking into consideration your honest nature, Princess Laeticia, I believe that you did not come here to investigate our military.
Prince Gerard.
That said, there are those watching from the shadows who would frown upon such wandering, even if it is permitted. You would be wise, Princess, to bear that in mind.
I greatly appreciate your advice.
Well, I hope then that you found the walk to be refreshing.
Oh?
Did you not find yourself mentally exhausted after yesterday's banquet?
No, I would not. Although, Chloe and I did, in fact, find the walk refreshing. You have my thanks.
Oh. You must always wear that face.
Pardon?
If my bride appears down in spirit, the people will question our union. All I am saying is you must avoid the tired expression you wore yesterday.
Understood. I shall act accordingly.
I will arrange for you to be afforded a little more freedom in the palace. Oh, also, I must provide directions so that you do not become lost and wander somewhere unusual.
Speaking of unusual, Prince Gerard really is peculiar.
Has anything so far seemed out of place to you?
What's most suspicious is how nice they all are.
Putting that aside for now, have you been able to discern any advanced technology?
I figured everyone would be carrying phase guns. Or maybe there would be drones and cameras all over the castle, but I haven't seen much of anything at all. I did spot a few firearms with gunpowder, but even then, not very many. Everything is so different from what I imagined it would be.
Yet, The Empire was behind the assault on Baldar and the coup d'etat in Osirius.
I know.
We must not allow ourselves to be taken in, not when everyone back home is working so hard.
You're absolutely right.
My apologies for calling you on such short notice. I trust you do not need a guide to walk the palace grounds?
In fact, I had hoped to ask as much of someone, as it were. I would be delighted were it to be you yourself.
It pleases me to hear you say so.
To think that the prince himself would show us about the castle.
Not the first time we have walked together. And I imagine it would be difficult for your attendant to attend, with no knowledge of our home.
Crown Prince?
Those of our people with proper permits are allowed as far as this hall. That includes certain dubious merchants who peddle their wares to the knights, however. Do be careful.
Do you shop here as well, Prince Gerard?
As a child, I would oft waste my allowance here, much to the chagrin of my father.
Prince Gerard, might that be our crown princess-to-be?
Do show some respect. I will not have you forcing strange trinkets upon her.
I would never. Care to take a look, my lady? I have rare goods, ones you would never happen across back in Osirius.
Oh, do you now?
We haven't the time, I'm afraid. Perhaps at your next meeting. Surprised, are you? It was my understanding you spent much time amongst the townspeople.
I never imagined you would be free to shop of your own accord.
I have another locale to show you. Follow me.
By your lead.
You need not remain so formal.
Goodness.
Welcome to my favorite spot in the whole castle. Has our lengthy little tour left you tired?
Oh no, it was far too enthralling a tour to be taxing.
I am pleased you seem to have enjoyed it. That you might feel trapped here is not lost on me. Feel free to walk the halls and locations I have shown you today.
Prince Gerard, I had a lovely time today. Thank you.
My pleasure.
What an interesting fellow.
Definitely. I imagine the Empire is a much scarier sort of place. But it seems like the people here really only want ordinary, peaceful lives, too.
Father.
I would ask you not to do anything brash, for your own sake.
I am not so foolish. Have you come to escort me back to my chambers?
Prince Gerard seems to have granted you free roam. You could have made your escape the other day if you wanted to.
What reason have I to escape? I am come firm in my resolve. Besides, Chloe would be in quite the dilemma were I to flee.
And why should royalty act in service of its servants?
Why exactly are you here, pray tell? Have you aims at world domination?
The man from Vergold taught you a lot, huh? But I'm not gonna answer that question until I ascertain how you came to travel with Duma. Well, I have nothing to say to you.
Would you have a mind to leave me be, then?
Only if I could. But I am here to inform you, dinner is served. So please return to your room.
Very well.
Crown Princess, it is an honor to have you visit so soon. Is there aught you wish to purchase?
Today, there is a story I wish to hear.
You would like to hear a story from me? You think perhaps I have one that might amuse you? Ah, could it be you have come to learn more about our revered Prince Gerard?
No, I actually...
Say no more. I understand. Imagine wedding a man you barely know. You royals certainly live dangerously. Tatiana herself talked of the anxiety she felt in the early days of her marriage.
Oh, were you familiar with Tatiana?
Yes. Well, no, not me. It was my mother that knew her well. She used to peddle her wares here once upon a time. Tatiana would often make time to speak with me when I helped Mother sell goods.
Then, if I am not mistaken, you must be a second-generation Imperial court merchant.
No, not second, 17th. It is no exaggeration to say I am like a walking book of Imperial history.
17th? That is quite remarkable.
Since we are on the subject, do you know this story? The story of Emperor Baldur tearing asunder the time-honored wedding dress of the Vey'l Empire.
He tore the wedding dress used by generations of queens? Whatever for?
Well, you see, in those days, many of our ministers did not approve of him marrying an Osirian as his empress. They criticized Tatiana's every move behind her back, condemning her for not acting in accordance with our country's etiquette. Nevertheless, she was beholden to marrying into imperial royalty, so she endured. She willingly left her homeland of Osirius behind and served our country exquisitely. One day, Emperor Baldur stood before his subjects and tore apart the wedding dress handed down for decades, saying,
"We must not be a country in stasis. I long for an evolving nation that interacts with other peoples and seeks superior ways. And so, as the first step towards that glorious future, I shall build a new royal family with a princess from far beyond the sea. This aged wedding gown does not befit our new forward-marching kingdom. I beseech those who would accompany me on this burgeoning path. Help me to create a wedding gown that befits our Empress Tatiana."
Thereafter, a great excitement erupted nationwide.
So this emblem of the people's devotion to their emperor, I shall be the one to wear it? I am honored beyond words. Thank you, sir, for telling me of this.
Ah, but the story does not end there, you see. Gerard has declared it would be discourteous to offer a second-hand dress to a princess who has come before me with due resolve. In haste, I had to ship a tiara from Osirius. That was no simple task, let me tell you.
Oh, Prince Gerard has gone to such...
Does your mouth never stop, merchant? One wonders how you find time to sell.
Oh, Prince Gerard. You see, some stories are just too good to be kept to oneself. And did you not spend much time yesterday selecting what will be a fine match for your crown princess? Oh, mayhap you truly are angry? Well then, Princess Laeticia, I hope the tiara pleases you. Farewell.
He thinks highly of you. and said in the past, the Empress would often engage in friendly conversation with his mother.
He was a frequent playmate in my childhood. I must admit, he is a shrewd businessman with a grand assortment of wares. A shame. He is as garrulous as his mother.
I believe this is the first time I have seen you smile, Prince Gerard. I am truly glad that I have come to this land.
Please, tell me.
I am ashamed to say that I once believed the Vey'l Empire was full of fearsome brutes who wished to invade my home. Perhaps, deep down, I knew not all of its people could be so cruel. But I did not understand that in my heart.
That is the reality of war. If not otherwise, how could we possibly put each other to the sword as we do?
That may be true, but upon hearing the words of your subjects and listening to you and the Emperor, I realized that you raised your swords to protect those whom you love. Relations between our countries have been less than cordial these past few years. At times, we have even fought. We did what needed to be done to protect our homelands. If what we wish to protect is one and the same, should we not join hands and protect it together?
We all strive desperately to protect the ones we love. That desire may bring conflict, but it may also drive us to cooperate with one another.
Is something the matter, Prince Gerard?
Nothing. Never mind. I must leave you now. It may be wise for you to return before sunset.
Yes. Thank you for your guidance.
So, Princess Laeticia, you hold the same beliefs as she once did.
You look positively radiant, Lady Laeticia. The very image of Her Majesty Tatiana.
Princess Laeticia is her own woman, as my mother was hers.
Oh, forgive the foolish remark, my liege. The dress just suits her ever so perfectly.
Fine work.
You look so beautiful, my lady.
Thank you, everyone.
It's time, Lady Laeticia. We will be traveling overnight in order to reach Baldar for the ceremony tomorrow.
Of course. Let us be off.
That dress.
Today, on this finest day, it is an honor to gather here with you all as we witness history in the making. Our world has long been split in two, but today the Vey'l Empire and the Kingdom of Osarius at last come together as one.
What is that thing?
Scorpion.
Gerard Vey'l, Laeticia Arcerius, as of this very moment, the two of you stand as the makers of history, new rulers of our world. Step forth.
That looks dangerous. It seems your father would also subject you to this perilous experiment.
Be that as it may, I fear we are left with no choice.
A new beginning!
For a fleeting moment, I was not so averse to the idea of our marriage. But I cannot love one who would forfeit their own wedding ceremony to some foul plot.
Laeticia!
Ray!
Shoot them down!
Dive!
This image shall forever be burned into my mind.
Yeah.
Have you my blade?
Of course. I presumed you might ask after it.
You have my thanks. Now, let us join our allies in the fray.
Well said.
Letty, why have you returned?
Huh. Excitement has always followed you from the days of our youth, cousin.
Where's the Emperor? We have lost him. Their numbers are too vast.
And Prince Gerard.
I am jealous. There are those who would lay their lives down for you, and in such numbers. For me come none. A pitiful man, such as myself, could never truly deserve your love.
Oh, you poor little thing. The Emperor has already been evacuated. Let's get you to safety too.
Leave me be! This is too much already.
Oh, stop being such a petulant brat. Act your age. Lola, you take care of the rest.
Very well. But we will have a discussion about the device upon my return.
Yes, yes.
Dissent amongst their ranks.
I'm so sorry you had to see that.
I commend you for carrying out such a cunning plan, despite the limits of this world's technology. But I come under order of the Emperor. We'll be taking Princess Laeticia into our custody.
We are past such foolishness. This battle shall rage on until only the victor is left standing.
Then expect no mercy from us. As long as we keep you alive, it doesn't matter what happens to your friends.
He'll keep cool.
Warning. Energy levels low.
That looks good.
Insufficient output.
No, I cannot.
Feel free to start trying.
Ah, yes.
Acceleration.
I cannot hold it. Get up close and
Bleed!
Die so badly. Is that the best you can do?
Warning. Energy levels low.
Catch my breath!
Go. Insufficient output.
Duma, with me!
You disgust me!
Keep up! My conviction is unwavering.
Items obtained.
Live to fight another
Got a
day.
ways to go.
Careless. Is that the best we can do?
Confound it.
Father!
Fool! Why have you come here?
The battle has been decided. The Imperial forces are on the retreat.
Most of their warships off the coast were driven away by our Fulga battalion. Victory is ours.
Midas, I am sorry to have forced your Fulga into battle. And for much else.
Ready to reconcile, then?
We can discuss this after our return.
Yes, and discuss we shall. These are the Virians you spoke of? Albert, Theo, seize them. There is much I might ask of them.
This isn't over.
I am Lieutenant Mariel L. Kenny of the Pan-Galactic Federation. The two of you are under arrest for violation of the Underdeveloped Planet Preservation Pact.
I know that voice. A friend of yours? Yeah, real good friend. She's from the Astoria, the one that destroyed my ship. What? You're trying to take out the Virians in order to cover your tracks, are you?
That is not true. We only... Behind you, Raymond!
Neon, the battle is over. Surrender now.
Is that your idea of a joke, Your Majesty? Because this is far from over. You can have Baldar back. One little fortress means nothing. We are not defeated yet. Theo! Look at what your selfish betrayal has cost us. After you and your father were promised glory under the Empire.
I would rather prefer death than allowing such a thing come to pass.
Then die.
Father?
Why? What would possess you to protect me?
I am sorry, my boy. I should have known your anguish.
I ought to have done this from the start.
Let us take our leave, Neon.
Damn it! Get back here!
Father! Father!
His vitals are fading fast. Without a med pod, he might not make it.
Father! Open your eyes! Please!
I have yet to atone for my betrayal to you!
Hold. We still have much to discuss back home.
My good friends, I am sorry.
Radio your sick bay.
What?
Listen to me. That ship of yours knows what's going on down here. Get that man into a med pod now!
I can't! The underdeveloped planet protect...
It's your Federation tech that's about to kill this underdeveloped planet's king! We've got an android here recording this entire situation! I dare you to let him die! I'll rip apart the Federation piece by piece till there's not a damn thing left!
Fine. I get it. This is Mariel. Akizuki, do you read? I am requesting a medpod transfer here. Stat. It is for the elderly man lying near me.
Father!
Don't worry, Laeticia. The king is gonna be okay.
Do you truly mean it?
You bet. Now let me introduce you to our savior who's gonna see to it. A golden child of the Pan-Galactic Federation, and apparently a regular UP3 rule breaker, Lieutenant Mariel Kenny. I've got a lot of questions, and you've got the answers.
Understood. Please commence transfer.
Father...
Laeticia.
Oh, Father. Oh, thank goodness. Oh.
Is His Majesty truly well now?
Yes. There is no longer any cause for concern.
Indeed. My body has made that much very apparent. Why, I feel as if my entire being has been cleansed. Lambert, now I too have seen it. A glimpse of the realm of stars. I see. If these fellows were our foes, I would surely have lost my nerve much, much earlier than you. Brother. While inside that contraption, I overheard one of your subordinates state that in saving my life, you may have violated the laws of your world.
It was the Pan-Galactic Federation that violated the laws of your kingdom first.
That place. A boat which sails among the stars. I should love to see its interior at least once.
Pardon me, Your Highness, but please, you must rest for now.
Laeticia, Bertrand, if you would be so kind as to take things from here, I believe I will take Lady Mariel's advice. Yes.
But Father,
Be at ease. I shall remain beside your father.
Maester...
We have much to discuss, including what comes next as well.
I understand. Thank you, Maester Midas.
All right. Maybe that's our cue to have our own little talk.
Okay then. Let me contact my ship and have it prepare for transfer.
Hey, Bertrand. Is there somewhere around here we could borrow for a bit while we talk?
But that means the people of this planet could overhear us.
Give me a break. A Kenny getting all stiff over some treaty? Or did you forget that this is all on account of you using us for target practice?
So be it. Mariel to Akizuki. I'm going to speak with Captain Raymond and some of the local populace for a moment. Yes, I understand. However, please hold your position. Thank you for waiting, shall we?